Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? Cub here, and welcome back to our adventure in the world of sorcery. So, when we last left off, I was having saliva issues due to coffee, so I've foregone the coffee for this evening. I actually just ate a meal, so maybe I won't need it. Maybe I'll be burning calories, and I won't need caffeine. Also, styled up my hair real good. I hope you guys like it. I hope it's in frame by the time we're done here. So, when we last left our hero, we were in this sort of area outside the village of Urostanti, which I wonder if that's related to Kristatanti, which we went through in a previous episode. Actually, we left Kristatanti last episode, went over here and met a pretty witch. She gave us a kiss on the cheek. It was real nice. Dumpus went through there and made a little extra cash. Now, the option to go uphill or avoid the city of Urostanti, and I like to go in cities because you can buy cool things, and dadgummit, that's what we're going to do. The gentle upward slope becomes a steep climb, and you are forced to rest several times. So far, you have been walking through the foothills. Now the journey will become more serious. When finally you reach the summit, you can look out over the low plateau you have crested. You see the path runs through a small settlement of crudely fashioned huts with zombies in them. Is that just me? That guy's missing a leg. That guy's missing a leg, and it looks like either they're leaning against the door doing sort of this sort of thing, like making a U with their fingers, or they're holding a slingshot and they're going to shoot us with a pebble. In any case, that guy's no, both of those people. All of these people appear to be missing legs. Maybe that guy in the back there is just like walking around something, I don't know. There are villagers out in the street, talking and working. It seems a happy, bustling place, despite the filth in the streets and the barren surroundings. Seems a happy place. Whatever. Let's watch for a little longer. You stay at your vantage point and watch a while longer to see if things change. After a while, you begin to notice something strange about the way the people in the village are moving. First, you notice one is limping, then another. Then you realize they are all shuffling as they move. Some use sticks. One is even crawling. They're eaten up with the zombie. Watch more. Why not? You stay hidden and watch for longer. After a while, you realize that whatever's happening in the village, it is desperate. There's no laughter, no joy. There's no trade or commerce. The women do not walk about and the men do not watch them. That's an odd sentence. It is like a prison camp. So there you go. In prison, men are no longer attracted to women, so they don't watch them walk around. Because that's what you do when you're attracted to women. You watch them walk around. You don't like walk up and introduce yourself. You're not like, hi, my name is Cub. You seem like a lovely person. Maybe we could get to know each other. We could go out and get some coffee. No, you just stand in the corner and you watch them walk like a stalker. Children, if you're watching, I know I have younger audiences, don't be stalkers. It's not a positive thing. Instead, just invite every girl you think is attractive to coffee. You'll only get turned down a few times. Stay away from this place or go and visit these people. Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Adventurer Cub, and we're gonna come save you. These people are in need of a savior. You may not be that man, but you can try. You approach, arms open to show you are not a threat. But the message is not understood. The villagers see you and panic. They begin to scurry inside their huts as if you were an army and not a lone traveler. Oh, those poor people. Their bodies are thin and malnourished, and they despair though and they disappear through their doors. You notice some are missing limbs. Do we walk straight through the village, or do we stop at a door and okay. You knock on the door of one of the nearest huts. There's no reply. Leave the village, enter the hut, or go to another hut. Let's try another one. I don't want to just barge in on these people. You approach the next hut. From inside you hear the murmur of voices, so you enter. Never mind, I decided to just barge in. The hovel is tiny and foul, with no furnishings of any kind. A small fire burns in the middle of the floor, and by the far wall, a family of 3 cowers from you. The woman lifts a shaking hand as if to hold you back. Let's cast a spell. We'll show them magic. Maybe all they need to do is see that I am a magician. I've got magical powers. I'm not here to hurt them. I'm here to be amazing. We're gonna perform some magic for them here. So can we play them a tune? That doesn't seem to be an option. All right, let's go alphabetical. We'll start with F. Maybe we can do like the Foff. Create a force field. So that'd be great. I don't know why I would do that. Force field. I was hoping to do like a fun thing and then just like entice the whole village to come out and play like sports with me. I don't know what this is, but I'll assume it's between F and N. No, that was F. Wait, no, this. No, wait, no, stop it. I don't want F. Stop it. Look, I'm clicking on this. There we go. So you can do... Cause fear. I mean, why would we want to do that? We're trying to encourage these people. We're trying to make them say, hey, I like this guy. I can get behind making him leader. Heal disease. It requires a medical potion. Well, that's not going to work out. I think we had a chance to buy a medical potion a while back in that village. One of the villages we stopped at, they had a potion, which we probably should have bought, looking back on it. Too late now. Cause stupidity. I don't want to do that to these people either. Guess we'll go with N next. Create a stench. Don't know why we would... I mean, I'm pretty sure it probably smells bad there already. Wasn't that part of the introduction? Or we can do rock. Turn to stone. Some of the things suggested here are not going to help us in any way. So let's not perform magic for them. I don't think anything we do magically... Hold out a hand in friendship. You put out your hand to greet the man. He shuffles over nervously and grasps it with feeble strength. Are you magical, stranger? Are you not afraid of us? Afraid of you? Never. But friend, do you know? Oh, snap. We have a plague in this village. Yeah! You spring back from him, but it's too late. You can feel the infection in the palm of your hand like a curse. Ah! Why didn't you warn me? The man looks at you with wide, sorrowful eyes. I dared to hope, he whispered. You take another step back in fear and regret. You have but a few days. Ah! We should have bought the potion! We could have cured everyone in the village! If you're gonna buy this game right now, it's available on iOS and Android. When you get to that first village that we went through, buy the magic potion. Come here, heal the people. Comment down below, let me know what it does. Maybe they might have given us like some ancient treasure. Like, what if this village has the magical stone of teleport you right to Mampang? And we'll never know. Because we failed. Ah, good grief. We already looked at all the spells, didn't we? There's no option. You must do what you can for these people. Cast a spell. We already looked at all the spells, didn't we? Yeah, it's all the same ones. Yeah, there's nothing here we can do. Do something else. Fear overtakes you and you race out the door and do not stop running until you are clear of the accursed village. Well, dadgummit. So, we're now... we now have the plague. I don't know if you guys have ever had the plague. I personally have it, but I hear it's not fun. I think it killed a lot of people in Europe back in the day. Not sure which plague we're dealing with here, but... if it's any of the ones I read about in history class, this might not end well for us or anyone who comes in contact with us. The path beyond the village heads downhill once more between thick trees before turning into a narrow goat track that crosses a rough peak. From the summit you get a wider view. Look around, we've got time to kill. We're dying, so... ahead, down a steep slope, the next village is sprawled out before you, and even from here you catch the sound of merry voices and shouting from the streets. It must be a carnival. Looking right, you hear the roaring noise. You can just make out a beautiful, majestic waterfall plunging from a cliff into a great rock bowl. You watch for a few minutes, marveling at how clear the water seems. Then it is time to move on. You are feeling cold. Purple blotches are breaking out on the backs of your hand. Can we pray for healing? I know that we only have so many, Do we try it? We'll walk on. We'll hold out. You follow the track down a steep decline. Maybe we'll be able to find some sort of, like, cure in this village. Maybe. I don't know. It'd be nice, though. Maybe we can find, like, a nice old herbalist and she can make us some tea. Some way down the hill, you stop for a rest and sit on a boulder. The reason I say this is I want to preserve, like, assuming my spirit, the ape, will give me a miracle. I want to hold on to it because after you use one, it takes them a little while to come back and like grant you another. Somewhere down the hill, you stop for a rest and sit on a boulder to survey what lies ahead. The path leads downward, and at its foot, cradled between 3 peaks, is a village, and quite a large one at that. You cough suddenly. Behind you, the sun is falling rapidly into the hills. It will be night soon. Let's go to the village. We've got to find something. The village looks like a good place to stop, so long as you can bear the guilt of carrying so deadly an infection into an inhabited settlement. You hop down from the boulder and make your way forward when an overhanging branch touches your face and you hear a lively chirping. So I didn't really anticipate the fact that we're going to bring an entire disease into this. It's a bigger city. I'm sure they have like a better like medical infrastructure to support this. Freeze, turn around, or keep going. So let's turn around. And we'll face whatever's coming at us. You turn quickly around. Hovering by your shoulder is a small creature the size of a bird. It is childlike but very thin with green skin, and it flits around you on transparent wings. It seems friendly enough. It even lands on your shoulder, its tiny clawed toes pinching slightly. Can we talk to it? Oh, that thing looks ugly. Go back to it. What on earth? It's got a tail. Why does it have a tail? Is that a dress it's wearing? Or is that just part of its, like, weird flesh? It's weird. What are you? The creature does a backflip and gives a low bow. I'm Minimite. Pleased to meet you. It reaches out a tiny hand and shakes your earlobe. What do you want with me? See that village? Last time I tried to go through, they told me I wasn't welcome, so I wouldn't mind some protection. The creature starts hopping up and down. Come on, it grumbles impatiently. Let's get going, can't we? What can you tell me about this village? It's Biratanti. Oh, they all end with Tanti. It is very safe. It is the largest village in all of the Shamanti. Oh, maybe because it's the Shamu Tanti Hills. Every traveler who comes this way spends at least one night there, so it's a little bit expensive, especially for Minimite, but pleasant enough. That voice, though. The creature pauses to sniff at you. Are you ill? It asks. I think you are. Where I'm going is dangerous. Let's see if we can get rid of this thing, because I don't think I can do that voice for very long. The creature shrugs. I've got small wings. Can't get far on my own. You're not in any hurry, are you? It observes. Do you want to sleep out in the rough? You wouldn't believe what I've been through. That wouldn't be the worst of this adventure. I can protect you. Well, let's get going then. I'm not going anywhere until you've gone. Well, I'm sure you'll change your mind eventually. Minimites get very attached to their owners, you see, and I'm quite comfortable. Stay here or go on. Well, it's up to you. So I'm its owner now. Can I swat it away? You try to swat the creature away, but it's too fast for you. I'll be quiet, Jan promises. Jan? Since when has it been called Jan? You won't even remember I'm here. Well, apparently its name is Jan. I guess I missed that earlier. I did skip a bit of the... Well, its name is Jan. We know that now. It doesn't seem likely, but equally you seem to have no choice. You descend into the bowl of the village. The hills on either side are toweringly tall and throw the village into deep shadow. It would seem a very gloomy, threatening place, but from the streets come a distant sound of laughter and merriment. Review the map. Yes, let's enter the town. You continue along the path. The sounds of festivities grow louder. It's almost spooky here in the shade of the valley, and after so long on the dire road. The people in this village seem to be enjoying themselves. See? The Minimite on your shoulder remarks. I told you it was a happy place! Jan, what's going on? Are they bewitched? Jan shakes his head. Oh, Jan is a guy. Okay. It doesn't really change the voice any, does it? No! If it were magic, believe me, I'd know. This is the Festival of the Young! What's that? Well, take a look! Jan waves a little hand around the village. The idea is that once a year, the children are allowed the freedom of the village. It is a time of great fun and lots of pranks. Sounds awful. It becomes quickly obvious what he means. You pass first a few buildings, where you find a number of children sitting in the streets and drinking ale from deep mugs. Children? Don't drink ale from deep mugs. Drink it from shallow mugs. That was a joke. Further on, a young boy is holding an old woman over his knee and spanking her. On the other side of the street, a group of boys is fighting outside a hut with a sign that reads Glandragor's Tavern. It is all complete mayhem. So do you want to rescue the old woman or leave her? Let's rescue her. We're noble men. We're going to go rescue her. You stride over to the boy, intending to rescue the woman, but at the sight of your manner and sword, the boy puts her down and gets to his feet. And what are you about? He demands. It's got the same voice as Jan. Not a big deal. I'm the leader of this village for today, and I say, get to bed. We can laugh at him or strike him. Let's not strike him if we don't even know him. Laugh at him. You laugh at the boy. He is quite clearly enraged and lets up a hollering cry. Suddenly, there are hundreds of children around you. And not all beggars, but well-fed and armed with sticks and pitchforks. Jan is making a hissing noise in your ear. Better run for it. I don't want to fight children. Let's just run away. Swallowing your pride, you turn and race out of the village. The children follow you, standing by the gates and waving their impromptu weapons. Well, Jan sniffs, you're quite the warrior, then, aren't you? Wait, they chased me outside the village? Wait, I wanted to go to the tavern. I didn't anticipate that. You make your way out of the village and into the stand of tall, dry trees under the overhang of one of the cruel mountainsides. You will sleep alone with your infection tonight. Between curling roots, you find a small place to settle down. Jin perches a little way above you on a knot and is quickly asleep. You are tired enough to follow suit, but you are hungry from not having eaten. Let's just settle down for the night. We're dying anyway. No, not this again! Perhaps a few hours pass when you wake suddenly, aware of moving between the tree, trying to sniff the air. It's a wolfhound. It's these things again. Throw something at the key creature, fight the beast, cast a spell. Can we do jig? Let's do jig. Excellent. Cause lively dancing. What? You complete the spell and play the flute, but nothing seems to happen. The wolfhound charges you. You draw your sword, the long metal flashing in the moonlight, and the beast roars and howls. Is this... This might have something to do with our disease. Whatever, we can definitely overpower him. Yeah, easy enough. I mean, even if he attacks us again at his full strength, I don't think he'll be able to, yeah. And we'll defend once. We'll take a single hit of damage. And then we're gonna wipe this beast off the face of the earth. Excellent work. You turn your sword around for a vicious attack. The blade lands deep, blah, blah, blah. One sword done, dead. Do you think maybe the disease is blocking our magic? The beast defeated, you pause to regain your breath and wipe your sword. Then we sleep. Then, once satisfied, you lay down again to try and sleep. Jan flutters down and rustles on your shoulder. Your dreams are filled with walking, with peaks and valleys and endless paths. The rest of the night passes silently. You feel ill. The plague is taking its hold on you. Now hold on a second. No, we're gonna go through the village. I feel like we're missing good stuff if we don't go through the village. Jan, what's going on here? What's that? We're just gonna repeat all this. We're gonna leave the old woman. We're not even gonna bother with her. We're gonna enter the tavern. I know. I said we were gonna live with our consequences of our mistakes, yada yada yada. But I want to explore this village, dadgummit, and I didn't realize trying to rescue an old woman. Maybe we should have just fought the kids. Maybe that's what it comes down to. Behind the bar, a thick-set man is wiping mugs down with an old rag. Greetings, stranger, he calls. I'm Glandragon. Can I be helping you? Greetings. I've come a long way. I'm sure you have. Take a seat. You do so gratefully, the plague already making you weak, and Jan leaps up onto the counter. Glandragon seems amused rather than alarmed by the creature. Leave again. What does it mean again? I've only been here once. How much is ale? 2 gold pieces. It's the finest in town. Well, it's the only ale in town. I'll make sure of that. Buy a mug or I have no gold. Should we lie to him? Let's be honest. We're honest people. Buy a mug. You put 2 gold pieces down on the countertop and is it Glandragon? It's Glandragor, not dragon. Glandragor pulls a mug of beer. It's warm, frothy, and deeply refreshing. He smiles. You look like you've been on the road a while. You have no idea. It's only been 4 days. It hasn't been that long. We keep acting like we've been on this epic quest. I mean, we just left Analand like a few days ago. Tell me about the village. Glandragor shrugs. Not much to say. What you see is what you get. This place keeps going because it's the only route. Because it's on the only route between Carre and Cantapani. If one of these mountains falls or a river freezes over, then this place will be a desert in 2 weeks. I'm headed to Carre myself. Of course you are, he grins. Didn't I just tell you that? He's smart. What can you tell me about it? Ah, Carre. I loved a girl in Carre once. It's a town for love, you know. You have to live every day like it's your last in Carre, because the chances are high that it will be. There's a city of thieves, if ever there was one. I'm sure you'll be right at home. What do you mean? I'm not a thief. I can watch my back. But don't forget to watch your front as well. Glandragor beams. They'll come at you whichever way. He goes back to wiping down the bar, then a thought occurs to him. You'll be passing through Terrapani, I suppose. The Sphins in Terrapani are normally a merry lot, but they're pretty depressed at the moment. There's a real gloom about the place. What is the matter with them? Oh, well, he thinks for a moment, then waves away whatever was on the tip of his tongue. I'm sure it's nothing to concern you. From the counter, Jam issues a loud burp. He has been sipping ale from puddles on the bar top. It is now quite drunk. Slip away. A perfect opportunity to give the critter the slip. You get quietly to your feet, but you don't quite manage it. At the last moment, Jan rouses himself and flies wobblingly back to your shoulder. I love you, he whispers in your ear. As you leave, Glandragor calls after you. Go visit the waterfall. I mean it. I think you need it. Go to the waterfall. Where was that at? Over here? Looks like we'll have to go further into town to get there. Maybe Jan hates waterfalls and we can get rid of Jan at the waterfall. You head out of the tavern and turn a corner to find a group of girls standing by a signpost pointing to the Crystal Waterfall. They're tripping up their elders as they pass and giggling. Tell me about the waterfall. They look at you with some disgust. You look like the kind that needs the waterfall. You look like a dying dog. That's how all little girls sound, obviously. I have nieces, I know these things. They giggle. Better go fast before your arm drops off, another declares. The symptoms of the plague must be showing already. Oh, clearly I'm a plagued mess and everyone knows it. Maybe the waterfall heals you? You leave the girls to their snickering little... Yeah, let's go visit the waterfall. What the hey? Feel like I might be missing other stuff in the village, though. You ignore the girls and head up a path that climbs through a crack in the mountainside. Soon the air is filled by thundering. It is quite a climb, but eventually you turn a corner through a narrow cleft in the rock and see close up the waterfall you glimpsed from the hilltop earlier today, plunging down from the cliffs overhead. Large crystal stalactites hang down either side of the waterfall. There is only one path to reach it, winding up the rock face, and it passes by a small hut where a ruffian is collecting money. Can you scout ahead, Jan? Be useful. You tap Jan on the shoulder. Why don't you scout ahead? Find out if the waterfall is worth the money. Jan looks uncertain, but agrees. All right, I'll be back quick. Don't think you can get rid of me like that. I can catch up. He flops away up the path, so he can turn back, cast a spell, or greet the ruffian. What kind of spells do we have that might help us? Do we have teleport into water? That could be useful. All right, so starting with the basic D-U-D, dud. What does that one do? Illusion of treasure. That might actually be useful if this ruffian wants money from us. Greet the ruffian. Haggle pay. You make your way over to the hut. Greetings, you begin. You collect your, greetings, you begin. You collect a fee for the waters? I do, sneezes the ruffian. These waters cannot be so healing that he has not caught an awful flu from them. 3 gold pieces. There's a buzzing in your shoulder as Jan returns and resettles himself. Doesn't look like much to me, he whispers. I think you'd be wasting your gold if you paid. Pay, haggle, pay with an emerald. Can we haggle? What is for healing? Haggle. 1. Turn back. Let's... Alright, I've rewound the story again. Don't freak out. I just had a an idea, if you will, a moment of inspiration. What if we gave this ruffian a dud? Cast, illusion of treasure. Nothing happens. The ruffian comes over to you, 3 gold pieces to bid. Let's try haggling again. No, don't pay with an emerald. No, darn it. Rewind. So apparently, something is happening to block our magic. It might be our disease. Haggle. The waters are healing. They'll do more than make you clean. Haggle. Yes, we'll pay 2 gold pieces. Let's go in. I mean, if it's going to heal us, it'll be worth it. And we'll live with the consequences of this. I've rewound the story enough for this episode. So if it turns out that this doesn't heal us, we'll live with the mistake. You head up the waterfall, which cascades forcefully into the deep pool. You strip off your clothes and dive into the pool while Jan flutters through the froth. The cool water is fresh and invigorating, and you feel yourself getting rapidly better. You feel as though a great weight is lifting from your shoulders. Your plague symptoms are disappearing. You feel a huge swell of confidence. Coming here was the best decision you have made. Wait, this water cures disease? Something about that seems terribly important. Where does it come from? Where can it come from, this water? How is such a thing possible? Looking up the sheer cliff face, you make out nothing beyond the side of the shadow, hovering at the very edge of the precipice like a gigantic spider waiting to jump. So there's a spider up there, creating magic water. Whatever it is, it must be a place of great power, a place to be sought out, or a place to be avoided, as one might avoid the plague. Haha. Now you can move on, refreshed and ready for the night. So we can sleep by the waterfall, which will be free. We could go to an inn, but this is free. The idea of going back into the village now is unappealing. You are refreshed and calm, and the scenery here is beautiful and peaceful. Getting out of the pool, you dry off, collect your things, and head off into the trees to find a spot to rest. Between curling roots, you find... This sounds familiar. You find a place to settle down to rest. The pesky Mennonite Jan perches a little bit way above on a knot and is quickly asleep. You are tired enough to follow suit, but you are hungry from not having eaten. We'll go ahead and we'll eat something. We're down to 4 rations. Not this again. Do we want to try to... Let's fight the beasts. No, let's cast a spell. Maybe now our spell casting abilities will work now that we're cured. We'll try Jig again. Jig was a good spell. Jig worked in the past. Will Jig work now? No, Jig will not work now. It's okay though. We know how to fight this thing. We'll crush it. We will absolutely annihilate it. Snarling and bitter and enraged. Actually, is this gonna play out? This is gonna play out exactly like the last battle did. I should have known that. I should have expected that. I should have anticipated it and fought accordingly. Whatever. We've lost a single stamina. I'm okay with that. The beast defeated. You pause to regain your breath and wipe your sword. We sleep. Hey, it's okay because we've gained more stamina. Then, once satisfied, you lay down again and try to sleep. Jan flutters down and resettles on your shoulder. Your dreams are filled with walking, with peaks and valleys and endless paths. The rest of the night passes silently. That's possibly the best night we've had in this game. No weird dreams or birdmen or pretty damsels to kiss us on the cheek. I think we've pretty much done a good episode today, guys. So, next episode we'll move beyond Bristatanti and we'll head up into this, whatever this is. Or, it looks like we can actually go this way as well. Oh, wait a minute. Look, there's a house up here by the waterfall. We might have to go check that out. In any case, thank y'all for watching, and I will see you next time. Coffee time. Bye.